I would like to start by extending the sincere greetings and felicitations of Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan GCFR, who would have liked to be here with us this morning, but for other important national assignments, he has directed me to represent him on this important occasion. Therefore, the Presidential Summit on Universal Health Coverage, UHC, and I have requested the Honorable Minister of Health to convene this important summit because of my deep concern about the limited health coverage Nigerians currently enjoy. The theme of this summit, Universal Health Coverage, the vehicle for sustainable growth and development, captures the emphasis our transformation agenda places on healthcare for all in Nigeria. Health is also a top priority in our Vision 2020, the second National Implementation Plan, and the state development plans. We are therefore hosting this summit to establish a unified front by government and private sector at all levels. Government is not unaware of the numerous challenges limiting the attainment of universal health coverage in our country and the importance of political commitment in surmounting these challenges. The World Bank case study of 11 countries that have made significant progress in UHC affirm that political leadership and commitment is the key driving force for achieving universal health coverage. Our gathering here is to reaffirm our commitment as political leaders, both at federal and state levels, that we will do all within our powers to provide universal health coverage for our people in this country. As a member of the United Nations, Nigeria subscribed to the 68th General Assembly resolution calling on member nations to accelerate efforts toward achieving universal health coverage. In 2010, we also set the bold target of achieving 30% health insurance coverage by the end of 2015. Since that commitment, we have, at both federal and state levels, explored and implemented various programs to meet this target. We have invested heavily in strengthening human resources in the health sector by scaling up Midwives Services Scheme, MSS, providing additional health facilities, and starting other component programs under the Subsidy Reinvestment and Empowerment Program, the SUREP. At the primary care level, we are working closely with our partners to improve access to essential medicines, other life-saving commodities, and all improving infrastructure. At the secondary and tertiary levels, we are improving and expanding the service delivery packages available at the general hospitals, teaching hospitals, federal medical centers, and specialist hospitals. Our open and supportive investment and partnership policies are yielding results. Many Nigerians in diaspora are now returning home to invest in our healthcare system. Our tertiary hospitals are also partnering with diaspora to provide highly specialized surgeries that are previously only obtainable in more developed countries. We have progressively improved healthcare financing and priority interventions. Social health insurance is also gaining ground. Participating hospitals can attest to the increase in their patients and revenue pools as a result of health insurance. Through fee exemption schemes such as free health services for pregnant women and children under 5 in various states, specific health conditions, conditional cash transfers, to mention a few, both federal and state government have also improved financial access to quality health care. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, although we have made good progress, we recognize that as a nation, we are still not where we ought to be on health care coverage. Our health insurance program has been mostly successful with federal employees and private health insurance for organized private sector. It is unacceptable that there are still several pilot schemes that are yet to cumulatively result in adequate level of cover for our people. We need to keep abreast with other countries in our development bracket in social health insurance. Health insurance must become a part of social culture, and our people have to be encouraged to imbibe the benefits of affordable, regular contributions to achieving guaranteed and sustainable long-term health services. It is also important that physical access to health care can be enhanced. A nationally networked framework that ensures that facilities, human resources, and other vital components of health chain are within reach of all indeed in need is as vital to universal health coverage system as a proper and streamlined reference system that enables the transfer of patients from primary care to specialist facilities for major ailments. We still have the largest number of people in Africa and the developed world traveling out of the country to seek health services. The scale of capital flight lost to medical tourism is enormous, not justifiable, and needs to be speedily addressed for the survival and development of our local practitioners and industry. We are conscious that far-reaching reform in achieving this objective can only be possible with articulated policy reviews and reformation legislation. So our lawmakers and policy makers are key stakeholders in this project, and we must all work together in establishing the correct legal and policy framework to address this new drive in meeting the health needs for our people. Universal health coverage is a collective challenge and a collective responsibility, one that federal, state, and local government, as well as the organized private sector and informal sectors, must act together in concert to overcome. Every Nigerian who earns an income has an obligation to contribute to his or her health care, and we all owe it to those who do not have the means to provide for themselves. If all the states, local governments, and organized private sector join some form of prepayment scheme today, our coverage level will increase by over 100%. The additional revenue coming to health will help improve infrastructure, train and hire more qualified health workers, and improve the quality of care. Bigger revenue pools will also allow cross-subsidization between income levels. I'm aware that prior to this summit, national and international technical experts brainstormed for several months, culminating in the two-day intensive pre-summit session on new ideas and the way forward for universal health coverage in Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, because our resources are limited, we must all make better use of them. We must introduce a strict performance management system that puts the patient at the center. Patient satisfaction and health outcomes should become the key measures of the effectiveness and efficiency of our health investment. I would like to thank our partners for the good work they have consistently done. Greater coordination and alignment with our priorities will produce better results and make their support more effective. The cost of not achieving UHC weighs greater on our efforts to build a better and healthier society and achieve development and economic growth. Let us therefore work together to develop and strengthen the platform needed to attain the universal health coverage in Nigeria and achieve minimum social health insurance coverage of 30% of our population by the year 2015. It is now, therefore, my pleasure to declare this summit open, and I wish you a successful deliberation. Thank you.